Blessed good morning, good evening, and good night, wherever you're watching from in the world. Welcome to another video from Next Up Sports Talk. Francis from Next Up Sports Talk. Thank you so very much for joining me for another video. Today, I want to have a serious conversation with you, my people, all the Reggae Boy supporters, all the Jamaican fans out there, that love the football, that want to see the football do great things. I come to have a conversation with y'all, to be very honest, because there's some things that I'm going to lay out. They might upset some people. They might invoke a different emotion. They might make us think. Well, we're definitely going to do that. Before we do that, I definitely want to ask you, please feel free to hit the like and subscribe button. It is free, 99. It's free 99. Don't cost you nothing. Just a second. Just hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't. Hit all for the bell notification so you can get notified of when I drop a video like this or when I go live. And also, talk to me in the comment section and I'm going to talk back. For sure. Personally, I'm going to talk back to you and let you know what my thoughts and opinions are on your thoughts and opinions based off what I've said in these videos. Also, later today, we're going to be doing the final prediction show. Final predictions before match time. Final prediction. Give me your score prediction on the show this evening. So be on the lookout for that. Lock it in. Hit the bell icon so you know when I go live for the final prediction show. All right, let's get right into it and waste no time. When are we going to hold ourselves accountable for our very own development? Our own development. We haven't developed midfielders on the island that can help our national team excel at a high level. We haven't really produced any number 9 that is consistently clinical, quality, to where we don't have to, for a lack of better terms, we don't have to look anywhere else in the world where the competition from Europe to the US to any other ends of the earth would have to compete with those on the island. When are we going to take accountability? When is the developers of the football on the island going to take accountability for the lack of development of these said players? Strong defenders, midfielders, and strikers. We've pumped out some wingers from the island that's definitely done and is going to do some great things, i.e. Dejon Whisper, i.e. Kaheem Dixon, just to name a few. Yeah, because we can go down the list. But when are we going to start to take accountability? Because it cannot be everybody else and not us. It cannot be all these coaches that have came and left be the issue. The common denominator is we are lacking in so many areas that it's hard to put something successful together when there's so much lack. And then at the same time, you have a lot of the fan base, Reggae Boys fans, who have a problem with players coming from other parts of the world taking the game of local born players. But if they're not to the standard where they need to be, if they're not consistent, if they don't have the quality, then what is the next option? You heard Hargumson came in and he had to change some of the system. He had to bring in some of his people to help the system run better. Steve McLaren has come in and he's talking about also a lot of the things that are happening in the system, how it's not organized. So my question I'm asking you, my people, you talk to me in the comment section. When are we going to take accountability for the things that we are lacking? Are we okay with these coaches that come that say, we say they're no good, but they're clearly pointing out the areas where we're deficient? Hargumson said we lack discipline. There's really no discipline. There's no discipline. There's no organization. Yet still he's no good. He got to leave and go and do. He went to another country and he seems to be doing all right. Didn't say he's doing great. He seems to be doing all right. It probably doesn't have as much pressure and stress as he would being a part of the Reggae Boys system. He's brought in psychologists. He's brought in to teach a strength and conditioning program to excel. The medical department, many different areas that he has talked about, he's put his handprint on. He's pretty much wrote down a system of how things can be run for the next coach that comes after him, which is Steve McLaren. We don't see none of that being implemented. From the youth program, go all the way up. You've tried to redo everything from the youth program, from U14 all the way up to the senior men's team. We can't see it. Steve McLaren come in, he talk about we play games where we take 28 shots, 16 on target, and we don't score one goal. Looking for a consistent number 9. Some of the first things he said, he's looking for footballers who can dominate the ball, who want the ball, who's confident on the ball. And he's been here. He still hasn't found that. He had to go to England, in my opinion, get on his hands and his knees, beg Isaac Hayden to come and play for the Reggae Boys so we can have some type of stability in the midfield. You relying on a number 9 who is not a real goal scorer, in my opinion, in Mikel Antonio, because of the quality. He's also given a lot of the players that play on the island in the JPL an opportunity to show him what he can do. And there's only a few of them that have made the team, but they can't crack the starting lineup because of the lack of quality. So again, when does the developers of the football on the island take some accountability for the lack of development of these players? And don't always put it on, we don't have no resources, we don't have this, we don't have that, we don't have this, we don't have that, because it's a lot of excuses instead of finding solutions. Coming together and finding solutions. To where you got to put in a quota system to stop the national program from having more overseas ballers than ballers that are on the island. But it all comes down to the lack of development. We can only play one style of play based on quality, consistency, IQ. These are some trigger words. Yeah? From Paul Hall to Tapa Whitmore to Hargimson to Steve McLaren. Everybody is the problem except the problem. I'll say it again. All these coaches are the problem except the problem, which is you cannot put in a system and have it be executed because of the lack of development, the lack of quality in the footballers. And the footballers can only do what they can do. They can't do as much as they can do, which is play to their strengths. But if their strengths are not strong enough, if they don't have enough quality in the areas that are needed, like the midfield, quality midfielders. Is there anybody that know how to develop a quality midfielder? What about a quality number 9? I just come to talk to y'all about accountability. You guys talk to me in the comment section. I'm going to talk back. Because it's everybody else is the problem. But the common denominator is the lack of development, the lack of quality in our footballers to execute a game plan, to execute multiple styles of play, to be on the radar of multiple clubs around the world, and to be able to play in these areas of the world, to increase the level of our professional football leagues on the island and not be stagnant and stay at one level, but that the entire league, not one, not two, not three teams grow, but the whole entire league grows based on development. Because if the JPL grows, that means that every level below will also grow, will also develop at a high level, so we can have 16 and 17-year-old ballers that are being sought after, that are being signed by high-level clubs around the world. When are we going to take some accountability for our own development, for the development of our own talent, that we can be proud of them, instead of hearing other coaches coming from other parts of the world saying we lack quality and consistency in our play? You guys let me know in the comment section. If you've reached this far in the video, kindly subscribe to the channel. Again, I said this video, a lot of people not going to be happy with it, but we got to talk about it. It's something that needs to be spoken about. And if I got to do it, then I got to do it. But we got to have the conversation, the tough conversation, the difficult conversations. We got to have them. And we got to put them out there in the forefront. It's free 99. Like and subscribe. And I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace and blessings. Go on, travel good.